The other big story that we're still talking about, of course, is the crisis in the migration situation, particularly the illegal migration situation on the south coast. We're going to talk now to a former Border Force Chief Immigration Officer, Kevin Saunders, to get his view of what the government should be doing. Kevin, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Thanks very much indeed for joining us. You wrote a big piece in The Sun yesterday, which surprised me in many ways, not least because of the numbers, right? Because we're always told there's many, many more immigrants coming to most of Europe than there are coming to Britain. Many of them settle in other European countries. But the figure you gave was 69,000 people coming from, say, North Africa to Europe as a whole. And we've had 40,000 already, which seems incredible, doesn't it?
Yes, there you go. I mean, my figures are just from North Africa. So it obviously include those that are coming from Turkey.
Yeah.
But you see, the EU have done a deal with Libya. Again. So, they're cutting the numbers coming across the channel, not across the Med.
Yeah. So the numbers coming across the Med are not many more, really, than the numbers coming across the Channel. And what we see now is that an awful lot of those numbers coming across the Channel are not even coming from North Africa. They're not even coming from places like Iran or Afghanistan or Turkey. They're coming from Albania.
That's right. It's between, I think, 70% this year coming from Albania.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It really is. So what should the government be doing? Because, of course, we've heard Suella Braverman's ideas, but we haven't heard the practicalities. They say they might be actually going to try and change the Slavery Act this morning to get quicker deportations of Albanians. But they don't yet seem to have formulated a proper plan to stop these people from coming.
Well, actually stopping them is virtually impossible. Unless we can get the French to come out onto the channel with us. Oh, no.
Yeah. So, I mean...
my iPad just gave me a warning. So until we can get the French to cooperate on the channel, they're always going to come.
Right.
But we can severely restrict the people that are coming if we can remove them quickly, and that's the idea behind the Albanians. The Albanians can be removed straight away if we can get round this Modern Slavery Act 2015.
Well, we were told yesterday, right, Kevin, that Germany and Sweden no longer accept asylum applications from Albania. Why can't we just do that?
Well, because what's happening is the left-wing lawyers are telling them to not claim asylum, but to claim they're being trafficked.
Right.
So under that legislation, our hands are tied. Germany and Sweden don't have that problem.
Right. So that's a relatively new manoeuvre by the lawyers then, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
And that is where the problem lies, and nobody wants to admit it, that what we have in this country is a sort of establishment made up of charities and lawyers who actively work against government policy in order to let these people come here and help them to stay.
Mike, that is absolutely spot on. And you're the first broadcaster I've heard who's actually said that.
Yeah.
And you're right. You're dead right.
And there's not much that we can apparently do about that.
No, we're stuck because we play the game by the rules. So if we're going to, I don't know what we're doing with the slavery legislation, but if we are going to amend it, this will be a huge weapon in our arsenal, because then we can actually refuse the Albanians straight away and put them on a plane straight back.
Right. OK, and we're supposed to be talking to Albanian government officials, I think, about doing something like that. So if you were advising Suella Braverman today, Kevin, is that what you would say is the best course of action to at least minimise the numbers coming?
Oh, yes, that's the way to do it. I mean, we're already speaking with the Albanian government, and they're quite happy to take them back. I mean, they've lost about 2% of their male population over here, and they would very much like them back.
Yeah.
Wages have increased, everything in Albania, and they just want them back.
Right. It does seem extraordinary that so many Home Secretaries have been unable to make a dent in this. And you also make the point that we were able to stop people coming over in lorries. You know, that that particular method of travel more or less was completely halted by the measures that we took both here and in Calais, but yet we can't seem to stop them coming on boats.
No, I mean, you're right. We were very successful with the lorries. A lot of hard work went into that, but I mean, you can't stop every single one, but we stopped most of them. And this is the overspill now.
Yes.
And it's obviously much, much more difficult on the sea.
Yeah.
Because we have to let the French control it. We've offered to put officers into France to help the French out, but they won't accept that.
No, it's extraordinary. Well, listen, Kevin, appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed. We'll let you go before the iPad crashes.